All right, my wonderful people, levels of freedom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Welcome back to Expose News TV, your one and only YouTube platform, where they're giving a back-to-back update on how things they be, on how things they shele for Biafraland and beyond. If you're joining us for the first time, remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Also remember to like and share this broadcast as it is hot. All right, my wonderful people, the latest one with the boss brains. Yes, as PM Ekpa has come out boldly and has said the delegitimization of the zoo government in Nigeria and the legitimization of the Biafra government to start on the 2nd December 2024. My people, yes, this date has not changed at all. What we've been talking about, we've been commenting about and have been saying that will take place is what we are sure will take place, and we are hoping for the best of it at the end. We are hoping that nothing will be able to stop us. Yes, that is just the truth of the matter. Following on, there has been a meeting and concerning everything that has taken place. Tibonagi, who is an ambassador, yes, Tibonagi, who wrote Tibonagi, who is an ambassador, wrote something concerning how the Nigerian government has been mistreating Biafran people in Nigeria. Let me read the tweet. It says a good fall at Michael Robin to expose Nigerian federal government mistreatment of its Biafran people in the national sector. With so many Nigerian crises, it's being overlooked. Yes, indeed, Nigeria is a key U.S. relationship, but its government should not get a free pass for abuses. My people, it has been a very terrible thing. Yes, I am actually very happy that the abuse that has been taking place on Biafran people is being recognized. And of course, I would want to say that it is because of the amount of things that Nigerian people, maybe Nigerian government, have been able to follow up with them, or how they've been able to sell themselves, or whatever they've done, is why they said Nigeria is a key member or whatever. And that is why I feel like that is why most of the time it has been overlooked. The things that they've done has been overlooked. Okay, and the PM here has said, honored to have Ambassador Tibo Nagi retweet Dr. Michael Rubin's article on Biafra. As you are aware, I have engaged with Ambassador Nagi previously through the Biafra Republic government in exile lobbies. Our lobbies are making our voices heard at the highest levels in Washington, D.C. These are the only ways we know we can keep going far. And if I'm being very sincere, we are doing our ultimate best, and the lobbies are actually doing their ultimate best. My people, it is not a joke. Every single thing that is being done is to move forward, nothing but move forward. Even as the Zoom meeting that held, the township hall meeting that held recently, and everything that has been done step by step, it's not a joke. I believe that we would keep moving forward. I believe that moving forward is one of the most important things that we've decided to do, and it's nothing. It's nothing nothing at all is going to be able to stop us from getting where we want to do. Yes. PM Ekpa said, thank you, Ambassador Nagi, for retweeting Michael Robbins' Biafra article and for your comments on Nigeria's mistreatment of the Biafra people. It is a great honor for Biafrans to be discussed by someone of your prestige and integrity, eminence. Yes, that is what it is, and I feel like this particular talk, this particular meeting concerning it is what it is. Now, the BRGIE has said something. They said the report that Mr. Rubin is an undeniable fact of misery that the Biafra people have had to face and endure for decades in the hands of the terrorist Nigerian government today. Today, the Biafra government is now holding the bull by its horn, which is the truth of the matter. The Biafra government has decided to take the bull by its horn and have decided to go all out concerning it, not minding whatever propaganda or whatever issues these people have sworn to put back at them. And that's just the truth of the matter. They have decided to do all in all. But if I'm being very sincere, all of this would not work out if the lobbies and if every single one of us are not working towards bringing them down. Okay, now so it be, now so it the hot we are giving them back to back like we saw we would, and that is the thing that every single person is involved in at this moment. That is what it is. My people, listen to the next recording that would be you would hear. It is involved. It is connected to everything we are talking about. Thank you.
Entity that has that very right to do so is the government of that very nation, not the so-called non-state actors, as they call us. So for the fact that we have been doing it successfully, that is number one, the legitimization of the zoological republic of animal kingdom within the Biafra territory. That is number one. And then, not only that, we have been showing to the whole world that Biafraland is a nation of its own that now has a government, that now has military organization, air force, police, navy, and everything, including resistance fighters, and has the capacity to conduct self-referendum, which is voting process, plebiscite, whatever you may call it. These are the signs of the legitimization of an animal kingdom within Biafra land. So now, this declaration which is coming, the declaration of Biafra, which is coming as soon as possible, very, very soon. The declaration of Biafra will now make it official. That is the icing on the cake. The icing of on the cake will be the pronunciation, the declaration, the declaration will now make it official to the whole world that these people have declared their nation. Because let me tell you one thing, the most legitimate way of building a nation, the most legitimate way of coming together to have a nation is when the people within that very land come together to declare their nation. That is the most legitimate form of having a nation. Not when outsiders, the way Britain did, they invaded Africa and say, you are Igbo, you are Hausa, you are Yoruba, you are this and that. From today moving forward, you are called the Royal Niger Company territory. For all of you who are not aware, that was the former name of Nigeria. Those of you who are not aware, you are learning it today. That was the, whenever you hear Royal Niger Company, it is not a mere say. It was the name, the official name of Nigeria. The official name of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. It was called the Royal Niger Company Territory. That was the official name. The Royal Niger Company Territory. You must put that, you must remember that word, territory. That was the official name of Nigeria in the olden days. When it was amalgamated, it was never amalgamated as a Nigeria. It was amalgamated as the Royal Niger Company Territory. Until a woman known as Flora Shaw, a concubine of Frederick Lord Lugard, suggested the name called Nega Area. And that name was adopted by her boyfriend or man friend, which is the Lord Lugard himself. Excuse me. And today it becomes Nigeria. Are you understanding? So that is the reality on ground. And let's listen to the Prime Minister once again as we move.
Legitimization of Nigeria. 2 is the legitimization of Biafra.
Now, like as I was saying, the most, the most important way, the best form of making or having a nation is when the people gathered and make a nation. That is the most legitimate way of making a nation, not when you are being invaded like the zoo. So, declaring Biafra on 2nd of December will now legitimize the Biafra nation as an independent state, because the origins, the citizens, the indigenes have come together to declare from today moving forward, we are called Biafra, independent state of Biafra. That is the most legitimate way of making a nation, not by invasion. Now let's continue.
After the declaration, we are going to have a very long battle with Nigeria.
Very nice and good. Very, very, very smart. Now we are fastly and hastily getting into the point where I want us to discuss. We are hastily getting into that very stage. Are you paying attention? So, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile has said something that people have always been confused about. Pay attention. Please, wherever you are watching from, hit the like button. Whether you're watching from Facebook or YouTube, hit the like button. Very, very important. We are live and direct. And of course, Chukwu Okike Abiama Bineligwe is bearing us witness. The time right now is approximately 35 minutes past 8 p.m. in the land of Chukwu Okike Abiama. This is a live presentation. He said, we are going to have a long battle with the zoo. And that takes me back to what I just said a couple of minutes ago when I was analyzing Benjamin Carlos' idiocy. I said that one thing that is making me happy, that's giving me joy, is that we do not know how long the Biafran battle with the zoo will last. You heard me when I said it. We are not certain how long it will last. That's what is making me happy. Whether the zoo is going to surrender within 6 months or they're going to surrender within 1 year or whatever, I don't know. But one thing is for sure, they will surrender. And remember that we are not giving up. I didn't say giving up anytime soon, no? Because when you say anytime soon, it will look as if there's any time in future where you are going to give up. No. Giving up or laying down arms is not on our dictionary. This is not 1967. This is not 1967 and can never be 1970. The zoo must be aware of this. And again, there's something the Prime Minister said. We are getting there. So, he said that we are going to have a long battle with the zoo. A long battle with the zoo, which means that ndị Igbo si na-abụ esibe egheghe anyị anọdụ anaghị ana. Ebulu onye Igbo, no matter where you come from, you will understand what I said. Na esibe egheghe anyị nọdụ anaghị ana. If I pay you a visit in your house and with determination of eating supper in your house, and then you are pretending that the food is not getting done, I will sit, as far as I'm comfortable in that house, I will sit there and wait for that food until whenever it is done, we will eat it. We must eat it. whether me choro, I will be there in as much as I'm comfortable there, and you don't have any right, even though you claim that it's your house, but you have no right to ask me to leave. You are pretending the food is not getting done. I will be there and wait for that food until the food is done. We will eat it. That is the battle we are in. You must understand it. We will make the zoo uncomfortable for them to vacate. Whether they like it or not, they will vacate. And that brings me to another topic of where somebody made a comment and mentioned something that is called war of attrition. We will get into that later, but let's continue.
After the declaration, we are going to have a very long battle with Nigeria. But this battle, the good news is that we define how this battle will be fought.
The good news. We will fight
them diplomatically, we will fight them politically, we will fight them internationally, and of course, we will fight them locally.
We will fight them locally, which is militarily. We will fight them militarily. Now, he said the good news is we are going to be the one to define how this battle will be fought. Some people say, do you have enough army to fight the zoo? Do you have enough equipment to fight the zoo? Do you know they have armored cars? Do you know they have fighter jets? Do you know they have this and that? How I wish I could see that video. Oh my God, there's a video someone sent to me. Someone sent, I'm not prepared for that video. If I knew, I would have prepared for it. I wish I have a video where they were showing military hardwares, military armored personnel carrier, military, bomber jet, fighter jet, Super Tucano. What's their names? Including armor tanks and all that. That U.S. Army abandoned in Afghanistan and ran away. They ran for their dear life. With all the equipment, the Afghanistan government, which you call Taliban, they were showcasing those arms just a couple of days ago. How I wish I could see that video. I would like to play it. I would love to play that video, honestly speaking. So, people were asking questions. Do you have arms? Do you have this? Do you have that? Do you know Nigeria is equipped? Do you know the zoo has this and that? It is not about what they have. This is another thing that every individual must understand, that it is not about what the zoo have. It is about the determination. It is about the determination. It is about the decision. And above all, it is about the strategy of those who are fighting us, which is us. And more importantly, is about the strategy of those who are fighting, which is us. Is about the strategy. So that is what the Prime Minister said, that he said the good part is that we are going to determine how this battle is being fought. We will determine it, not the zoo. In 1967, they determined for Biafrans because of what? We never knew what we wanted to do. The declaration of Biafra, let me tell you another mistake that caused that very conventional warfare. The declaration of Biafra in 1967 wouldn't have been the first. Are you paying attention? Ojukwu did it as a military man, a military head of state in the old eastern region of the zoo. A military governor, sorry. But he did not know that that declaration would have led to invasion that caused the conventional warfare. So he didn't do the needful. He didn't put many things in place because he never knew it would have led to that. And again, during that olden days, the zoo thought that they can just invade Biafra and wipe Biafrans. Just wipe all of them in 24 hours. They never knew it would have been like that. Are you getting me? But now, this government of Biafra has already put everything in place, whereby our men are in the bush. Our men are in mafia. And they know where we are. The good part is that they know where we are. So they know where to get us. Are you paying attention? They know where to get us. They know where to find us. So you cannot leave us where we are and you go outside there to look for us. The whole world is aware where we are. Are you paying attention? So these are the difference. We will determine how to fight this battle. We will determine it. And there is no any amount of threat. There is no any amount of diversion of attention that will make us deviate from the principles and the template of this very war. No amount of threat or attention diversion that will make us change the strategies, the template of this very war. We must stick on our strategy and defeat the zoological republic. You understand? So we will determine, as we have already determined, how this war will be fought. They know where to meet us. I want to say it again. They know where to meet us because they know where we are. And we are not hiding. We are not saying, we are not panicking because they know where we are. No, they know. But let them come. They must come to meet us. Whether they like it or not, they must come to meet us. You cannot chicken out. If you chicken out, if you go and hide in your barracks and you don't want to come and meet us, then we have defeated you. You must come to meet us because you cannot allow some group of people to carry AK-47 within a place where you call your territory inside bush. You can't allow it. You have to go and fish them out. So come. The zoo must come to meet us. It's a must. Whether they like it or not, they must come to meet us. Eba wakaya no dunaga famuo. Eba wakaya no dunaga famuo. Mad people everywhere.
So, the 2nd of December is not after that. Some of you will come and say, oh, there is still military barracks. You are going to have them.
Did you get that? I told you that we have gotten to the point that I want to, analyze properly. Those of you who will say, oh, there are still military barracks. They will be there. They will be there. Pay attention to this. This is one of the most important parts of this very video and, of course, this very live broadcast. You will say after the declaration, there are still, checkpoints. Some of them will still be there. It is not listing. Are you not the one who is telling us, are you ready to fight the zoo? They have Air Force, they have bomber jets, they have military personnel carrier, they have armor tanks and all that. Are you not the one saying it? So do you think they will have all of these things and then they hear that we have declared Biafra, then all of them they will run? No! No way! It does not happen that way. No, they tell us what they have. So how do you think that they will have all of those things and then they will run immediately? No. Those things they have will continue to give them hope. and encouragement that somehow they will defeat these people, because army is trained not to retreat. Army is trained, whether in the zoo, whether zoo army or elsewhere, army is trained not to give up until they meet their Waterloo. That's why, especially this zoo one, this Fulani army, we call them Janjaweed. Until they meet their Waterloo, they don't give up. So that's why the PM said we are going to have a long battle with the zoo. So by the time the freedom is declared, the nation is declared, that is when the main battle will commence. That's why I told you it's going to be more brutal, because that time doom. And this doom Ghana sound will be sounding on top of their head, on top of their own head, on top of their own head. They don't know what is going to hit them. So how do we conquer it? We will conquer it because listen, like the proverb I gave you, I said, Esibe, egegege, ayano danayana. We are in our home. Biafraland is our home. We know the terrain. We know everywhere. They came. They are the ones who came here. They don't know here more than us. And again, the spirit of our land is with us, because we are fighting to save the land. Are you paying attention? So, now, what next? By the time we keep on neutralizing the terrorists, sending them to Oboda Fudebe, they will run. Also kafaye ju eba puno Oboda. Also kafaye ju eba also. So if you say, if you see the barracks, don't think that once we declare Biafra, we will now tell them, oh yeah, leave Biafraland. They will just leave. They cannot chicken out. They will still be doing a mokanda abune kwegane fisi baka se aputawa fanesi afane fisi baka. Once you send them to judgment, other ones will come. We will continue. We are not getting tired. We can never be tired. Now, the PM has something else to say. Let's listen to him.
But let me tell you, if the Vietnamese fought America for years and succeeded in making America to flee, we are ready to fight Nigeria even more than what Vietnamese did. And we dictate how this particular war will be fought.
Are you paying attention? That's why I told you another very important part is that the decision, the determination, the decision and the determination, the decision to fight and the determination to stay in the fight, never to quit. And most importantly is the direction and the dimension of the war, which will be determined by us. So if the Vietnamese, if the Afghanistans, if the Sudanese, the South Sudanese fought for many years and never surrendered until their nation is guaranteed, their freedom is guaranteed, until their freedom is guaranteed, how then do you think Biafrans will stop at any time soon? Or not even, how then do you think that Biafran can stop until the zoo government withdraws their military from Biafraland? The only thing we need is the withdrawal of the zoo military from our land. That is the freedom of Biafra. I have always said it, not Tinubu, not Hopu Zodimma, not Okezi Ikpeazu, not Soludo. The withdrawal of the Janjaweed terrorist military in Biafra land will be the free Biafra. That is the free Biafra we are talking about. Nothing else. Nothing else. The moment they will announce it in Abuja and call off all the soldiers to return back to Abuja, that day will be the day of free Biafra. And you don't just get that with declaration. The declaration will legitimize your nation. And then the freedom that you fight for will begin from the day the zoo will withdraw their military from Biafra land. That is what we are doing.
We are never going into conventional warfare with Nigeria. But the delegitimization will take a different tone. And what I'm trying to tell you people today is that you must be prepared for a very long years.